Thanks for coming to The Curious Mind. This is Jordan. Like, comment, subscribe. We have one of our other favorite political rappers, Samson, or The Real Samson. It is titled Sincerely a Taxpayer. You guys will realize I know almost every word of the song because you'll see me mouthing it out in the background, but this is one of my favorites by him. Hits a lot of good points and talking points about the system, both sides, but this is a few years back, but I'm telling you, we still feel the same way today in today's society, even though we have a better president. Enough talking. Let's get started, y'all.
I'm hurting. I can feel my money draining. They take everything I make and you wonder why I'm complaining. I break my neck to make this money, that they just come and take it from me. My wages ain't that great in the first place. I should be paying you nothing, but they keep on coming and they keep on taking. These motherfuckers go ham on me every time I bring them the bacon. And I wonder what it's for. Ukraine, great funding a war. Have we spent enough yet? Should I guess not? Look, here they come for some more.
We shouldn't be paying a damn cent to any of these other countries for any wars. We need to be focusing on America first, and that's that. I don't agree with any other countries donating a dime, donating any military. They can defend their own countries. We have our own problems at home we need to fix on and worry about.
Fuck me, I'm sore. Sucks being poor. You had the same job for the last 6 years, wasn't struggling before. Back when Trump was in office, fuck all the junk that they called him. I never saw any of the shit that people always said he was in the comments. All of it was nonsense. I ain't even trying to ride him either. I'm just saying you gotta admit this shit was fine when he was the leader. It was fine when he was in charge. I never saw bills as high as they are. I never got chills just literally thinking about filling up my car. It shouldn't be that.
Damn, that's real problems right now as well. That's crazy. We shouldn't be paying a damn cent in taxes to begin with. It's ridiculous that we're even still paying taxes. I don't think anyone should be paying taxes because that's our hard-earned money. And what does the government spend it on? Everywhere else. Everywhere else they are spending our taxpayer dimes, or just putting it right back into their own pockets. We shouldn't be paying a single cent in taxes at this point. Seeing what Doge has uncovered, it's ridiculous.
I don't care about Russia or Ukraine, but I do care about my own country. Is that insane? I care a lot about all the tons of money that we're paying because it's mine, not yours, and I'm the one that feels the pain. I get taxed on my fucking ass for every dime I make. It'd be fine if they would spend my money wisely, but no way. It'd be great if they would take it and pay for important shit that benefited you and me and not just wage wars with it. And where the fuck are all the liberals? I thought you stood against this shit. I thought the war machine was your enemy. Now you're friends with it? Now you want to go to war? Now you want to fight? Now you want to pick sides in a feud where everyone is white? Now you want to get involved and go and blow a person up? I'm just saying, I'm surprised this altercation ain't diverse enough. No one does.
They're all about diversity. It's true. I mean, you quote them on their own words. It's just a huge hypocrisy. Everything the left preaches, they literally do. Everything they accuse Trump or the Republicans of doing, they do. Times tenfold. And it's all being uncovered, this recent Trump administration. I mean, so much crap wasted on BS.
Deserves this stuff. I just don't believe the tears you weep. Countries where brown people get bombed every day. I don't hear a peep, you fucking hypocrites. Thought the race thing was your shtick. I thought as long as white people were involved, you don't give a shit. Those are your words, not mine. I'm just wondering why. Why do we have endless money for them and none for Hawaii? Why is it every time Zelensky needs a loan from someone, we're the only ones that give it to him like we owe him something? We got issues of our own here at home that no.
And it's so sad what's happening in Ukraine. They're literally ripping people off the streets and throwing them on the front line. I've seen so many videos of like people walking with their wives or walking with their dogs, and people, like a group of men, will get out of the vans and just beat the hell out of this guy and just throw him right on the front line. It's disgusting. And I know the Ukrainians are not with that.
No one's discussing them, they keep growing because no one in power is gonna do nothing. We're stuck. How the fuck we gonna help somebody else when we can't even reach inside our own pockets to help ourselves? We could allocate that money to our own people in different ways, to clothe and feed and bathe and let them know it'll be okay. We could definitely do that. Don't tell me it's not that simple. People overcomplicate this and make it some fucking riddle like, can't just feed everyone, are you insane? You know how much that costs? Way less than we've sent to Ukraine, I know that for sure.
Facts, another good point. You know how much it would cost to like end a lot of the problems at home, like the drug epidemic, the food crisis. Just I could probably think of like 10 different things. Homeless crisis, securing the drugs, securing all these drug addicts that are out, the homeless and drug addicts mixed. You could open up a lot more rehabs or ship them to jail if they don't want to get clean, and then they could work on themselves there. But it's expanding and it's getting more and more bigger by the day, like these homeless encampments. And I believe it's on purpose because they want it to be shitty and rotten to the core. So we just live in miserable conditions because the Democrats hate that Trump was elected. And they just don't care about the American people. They're willing to give free everything to these illegals, but nothing to the American people.
You don't have to be a mathematician or a foreign relations expert to figure out that division. You don't have to draw a graph to see it would cost a fraction to solve half of the problems we have and stop them from happening. I'm just saying, what kind of fucking world we living in? So many billions we've given them. When's Europe chipping in? When we gonna start splitting and stirring up the dividends and begin telling other nations it's your turn to lend a hand? Listen, I don't think Ukraine deserves any of this, but I also don't think Zelensky is as great as they said he is. I don't believe the media when they blurt shit on their shows. You'd have to be naive to think this dude's as pure as driven snow. No one is, especially when you run a nation, dog. Your morals are compromised the minute that you take the job. So I don't trust Zelensky, Putin, Biden, or anyone. I don't think any of them give a fuck about all us little ones. All the people of Russia, all the people of Ukraine, most of the people of the USA probably feel the same. We don't want this shit, it's only the elites that do. They line their pockets, they profit from.
Facts. Oh, I love that part. Yeah, we didn't vote for these wars overseas. We didn't vote to fund these wars or make them be continued for years on end. So the military industrial complex gets richer as we get poorer. This is all by design, folks, and it continues and continues because they know as long as there's wars going on, the politicians' pockets get fatter. Sad. Off the lives of American soldiers, they profit.
From this, but not from me and you. Quite the contrary. In fact, we pay for it with our lives and money. They take chunks of everything we make. You soldiers die for nothing, so they can gain some more power and keep their banks fat. And all we get is table scraps. Fuck yeah, it makes me mad. Fuck yeah, I get upset. We're constantly ignored. Why the fuck I gotta pay for this? I don't want this war. How the Pentagon have $6 billion unaccounted for, but when I do my taxes, I'm afraid to be $1 short. I'm afraid I'll go to jail. I'm afraid I'll do some time if I don't pay you back the money that you wasted. That was mine. I can't keep quiet anymore. It's impossible to shut up. I'm sick and tired of being responsible for all your fuck-ups. But the question is, what we gonna do about it? There's never a plan of action. All we seem to do is shout it, and I'm guilty of it too. Always bitching and complaining, never walking, always talking, always lipping off and saying I'ma do shit, but I don't. And to be honest with you, that's the reason I don't make a lot of songs, and that's the truth. I'm sick of bumping my gums. I'm tired of flapping my jibs. Something needs to be done, and I don't know if rapping is it. We need a real solution, but we need to get together first, because unless we're all in this as a whole, it'll never work. However, what do I know? I'm just a moron with a pen, but there's power in numbers, and there's more of us than them.
The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged, and nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hardworking people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on, continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all, at all, at all.
Damn. Samson, if you hear this, please put out more music. We need you, bro. It's been crazy lately, and I know you got some stuff to say. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the reaction. Have a great day. Peace.